One of these days when I get enough subscribers, I'll get a second monitor. But until then, you're stuck with me like this. Whew, all right. I don't even know if you guys could hear me over the music. But, boy, are we gonna have some okay fun tonight. I have been working diligently on absolutely nothing. So I want to get the tier list done. But in order to get the tier list done, I have to get all these little profile pictures done, right? And right now we're on John Hammond. We still have to get through Gennaro, Ed Regis, Tim. Nedry's done. Henry Wu, Muldoon, Lewis Dodson. Although he's not really in this anymore. He had like one point of view. He might show up again, so I might not. I'll keep his picture, but I don't think I'll make him like a priority. All right. So I have the map done. I think I have all of the dinosaurs, but if I'm missing some, we can fix it. I think the pens are where like the little feeding areas are. I was supposed to make a TikTok that I was going live. Shit, I gotta remember to post to other social medias. What do I say? What? How do I promote myself? How do I do this? I never hit play. Did fish work? Is fish working? Yes, okay. Fish is working. Okay. Hey guy. Hey guy. Fucking soda can. Soda can't get you any more points. Listen here, you little shit. Oh, I'm listening.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
And the winner is @blue_pal_high.
Good job getting it before Dorothy there. Give TikTok access to Facebook. I don't have Facebook. Don't allow. Get out of here. What the fuck? Where else? Oh, I see. Brat Friday. Since it's not Brat Summer, I have to dedicate Brat to at least one day a year. Cleanse the palate a little. Okay, what did I do today? Oh, I got my yoga session in today. I also did, for my video. I did some weed whacking. And other, like, things around the house. Oh, I forgot to tell the vlog this, so I guess I'll tell you guys this. When I was walking home from where I was doing yoga, I had to like cross the street and there was a crosswalk. And so like I was waiting and a car stopped for me, which is not common. So the car was slowing down. The Jeep behind it didn't see that he was stopping. It almost rear-ended the guy and had to like veer off to the side. The other guy had to veer the other way. I'm in the crosswalk like, yo, I'm walking here. What the fuck? It was wild. I just kept going like this to the guy in the Jeep. What I should have done is this. This is my insult from now on. When I don't need to say anything to you. You got a small peen. You're this big. But I was just like, come on, you gotta be paying attention to the road, bro. What happened to like a car's distance away from somebody for every mile an hour you're going? No, everybody's gotta be right up on each other's assholes all the time. People from Jersey sometimes, I swear to God, drive like their dogs meeting another dog for the first time. Gotta run up on it, be right up on its asshole, and run away. Like, listen, New Jersey drivers aren't always the worst. We do have to deal with like New York, Delaware, and Philly drivers all the time. So we have to like constantly work around 3 different other terrible drivers. But at least we're not fucking North Carolina, okay? People who drive in North Carolina, they only take their exit from the farthest lane possible. That's it. That's it. They literally, they will, like, if your lane, if your parkway or your interstate, whatever you call it, is like 3 or 4, let's say 4 lanes wide, right? And you got an exit coming up on the right-hand side, right? Got an exit on the right-hand side. You're going down, your exit is literally coming up on you, like you can see it, you're starting to drive past it, and that's when you whip across and exit. That is every driver in North Carolina. It was a nightmare. But Jersey can be rough too sometimes, but mostly because of the other out-of-staters don't understand our dumb laws. I didn't even know you left, Blue. So anyway, yeah, there was almost that accident, and then I pretty much just took care of the kids and stayed alive. Did some villager hunting today. We're trying to get like 1 of each personality type so we can complete a lot more of the recipes. Because honestly right now I feel like a lot of my recipes are dog shit. So I'm trying to get as many recipes as I can. And that'll only work when you have all the villagers. On Animal Crossing, yeah. You have to have like 1 of each personality type because each personality type will give you a different recipe. I bought Zork today. What is Zork? Is it like zebra pork? Zork? Are you having a stroke? Nah, it's a text-based RPG from 1977. I'm not that old. I didn't even get my first game of D&D in until I was like 22. And even then it was a game of Pathfinder. I was a merkin. I had to travel in a glass box that they had to carry me around in. And like literally we got attacked immediately and died. So I didn't want to play D&D ever again. That was the first session. And then I played one. My next session, I made a rogue who was a tiefling. That was a 12-year-old child. It was back in the 80s. JK. What, D&D? When I was 22. Do I look 42 to you? Be for real. Be fucking for real right now, Blue. Do I look 42? I'm about to throw down right now. I pride myself on how young I look, okay? Now you look late 20s? Yeah. I'm a lot older than late 20s. I pride myself on the fact that I never learned how to balance a checkbook, and the trade-off for that was eternal youth. Okay? What's a checkbook? Exactly. I don't know. Never learned how to balance it, don't even know what it is. Alright, should we get to Jurassic Park? Now I know what one is. We had to learn about it in home ec. Oh geez. What's home ec? Alright, so last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were on Jurassic Park. They're getting the tour of the laboratory slash visitor center area where Dr. Wu is explaining all of like the different creatures and how they're bred and their noses, and he's going to get to the lysine contingency and to their breeding and stuff like that. So that's where we left off. I'm going to keep working on the character cards. Please feel free to yap away in the chat because I would love conversation, and I'm going to be reacting to this as we go too. Lice contingency. Yeah. All the dinosaurs. Actually, they might have a type of lice, but it might be different because they have scales. I don't know. I feel like scaly reptiles get like a form of like either lice or mites or something like that. I don't know. If there's a herpetologist in chat, they can correct me. Oh.
Oh, quite sure, Wu said. At least until she grows a little older. But in any case, the babies don't have any teeth, even egg teeth. Egg teeth? Nedry said. Most dinosaurs are born with egg teeth, little horns on the tip of the nose, like rhino horns. To help them break out of the eggs. But raptors aren't. They poke a hole in the eggs with their pointed snouts, and then the nursery staff has to help them out. You have to help them out, Grant said, shaking his head.
I just realized I was muted. I said Nedry sounds like genuinely interested, and like it's kind of like a shame that they didn't like teach him more or like educate him more on what he was working about, because he sounds like he would love to know. And then I was like, oh, but he's also kind of still a shit person.
What happens in the wild? In the wild? When they breed in the wild, Grant said. When they make a nest. Oh, they can't do that, Wu said. None of our animals is capable of breeding. That's why we have this nursery. It's the only way to replace stock in Jurassic Park. Why can't the animals breed?
That grosses me out. They're fucking creatures, man. And you're calling it, like, I understand there's like livestock. All right. But these are like full on thinking, feeling creatures that are titanic in size. And you're going to call them stock? Like it's some kind of fucking Xbox or Walkman?
Well, as you can imagine, it's important that they not be able to breed, Wu said. And whenever we faced a critical matter such as this, we designed redundant systems. That is, we always arranged at least 2 control procedures. In this case, there are 2 independent reasons why the animals can't breed. First of all, they're sterile.
Old rich people, yeah. I mean, I don't know if Henry Wu is rich. I just know that he gets a lot of money from Hammond to do this.
Sterile because we irradiate them with X-rays. And the second reason? All the animals in Jurassic Park are female, Wu said with a pleased smile. Malcolm said, I should like some clarification about this, because it seems to me that irradiation is fraught with uncertainty. The radiation dose may be wrong, or aimed at the wrong anatomical area of the animal.
I am now downloading the Zork anthropology. That's sick.
All true, Wu said, but we're quite confident we have destroyed gonadal tissue. And as
I played it on COD Black Ops 1 because it's in the game as an Easter egg. And anthology, sorry. I went, did I say anthropology? Oh my god, anthology.
As for them all being female, Malcolm said, is that checked? Does anyone go out and lift up the dinosaur's skirts to have a look? I mean, how does one determine the sex of a dinosaur anyway? Sex organs vary with the species. It's easy to tell on some, subtle on others. But to answer your question, the reason we know all the animals are female is that we literally make them that way. We control their chromosomes, and we control the intra-egg developmental environment. From a bioengineering standpoint, females are easier to breed. You probably know that all vertebrate embryos are inherently female. We all start life as females. It takes some kind of added effect, such as a hormone at the right moment during development, to transform the growing embryo into a male. But left to its own devices, the embryo will naturally become female. So our animals are all female. We tend to refer to some of them as male, such as the Tyrannosaurus rex.
I hear Mr. Krabs going, money, 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 money. Like, that's all I hear.
I'll call it a him. But in fact, they're all female. And believe me, they can't breed. The little velociraptor sniffed at Tim and then rubbed her head against Tim's neck. Tim giggled. She wants you to feed her, Wu said. What does she eat? Mice, but she's just eaten, so we won't feed her again for a while. The little raptor leaned back, stared at Tim, and wiggled her forearms again in the air. Tim saw the small claws on the 3 fingers of each hand. Then the raptor burrowed her head against his neck again. Grant came over and peered critically at the creature. He touched the tiny 3-clawed hand. He said to Tim, Do you mind? And Tim released the raptor into his hands.
The butter packet that came with my fish fry is all melted. Wait, isn't it supposed to be melted? Oh, wait, do you have like a roll?
Grant flipped the animal onto its back, inspecting it, while the little lizard wiggled and squirmed. Then he lifted the animal high to look at its profile, and it screamed shrilly. She doesn't like that, Regis said. Doesn't like to be held away from body contact. The raptor was still screaming, but Grant paid no attention. Now he was squeezing the tail, feeling the bones. Regis said, Dr. Grant, if you please. I'm not hurting her. Dr. Grant, these creatures are not of our world. They come from a time when there were no human beings around to prod and poke them. I'm not prodding and... Dr. Grant, put her down, Ed Regis said.
Oh my god, Ed.
But now!
Girly Pop, calm down. Okay, wait, this might work. I wish I had a pet raptor. No, you don't. Because then what'll happen will be Jurassic Park. You'll just... Everyone will get got. Um, um, more like Jurassic fart. Nice. Okay, wait, I wanna... It's locked, so I can't send it to the top. Send it to the top. There we go. Alright.
Regis was starting to get annoyed. Grant handed the animal back to Tim. It stopped squealing. Tim could feel its little heart beating rapidly against his chest. "I'm sorry, Dr. Grant," Regis said, "but these animals are delicate in infancy. We've lost several from a postnatal stress syndrome, which we believe is adrenocortically mediated. Sometimes they die within 5 minutes."
Oh,
Tim
geez.
petted the little raptor. "It's okay, kid," he said.
I also feel like it would be good for home defense. I mean, but okay, listen. It's the same reason I would tell people never to own a wolf. It is a wild animal. It has no idea what you are, even if you raise it from birth. There is still a 99.9% chance that in your lifetime, that animal will bite you and bite you dangerously. I have seen people, I haven't seen people, I've watched in documentaries on people who like owned pet chimps and then were ripped apart by them after like spending 50 years with the chimp. Okay? No. I don't want to hear, oh, this is all made up because it's all imaginary. No. Can I fit a second one there? Ah. I'm putting so much work into these when there does not need to be. I'll like get an Iron Man suit or something. I don't know. Okay, buddy. Listen, pal. I don't need to be doing this much work. What is wrong with me? Position, layers, background. What color are we gonna make the background? No, no, no. I was thinking like a blue. No, no, no. Ooh, can we go up and down though? Can you give him 3D glasses and Shrek ears? Shrek wasn't out yet, but I can give him 3D glasses. Um, oh, I like that. The metallics are, this makes me feel like I'm in, PowerPoint, like Windows 97. I think we're gonna go with the rose gold. Okay. And then 3D glasses. Need something that's like not like this, but a little bit more turned towards us without maybe like the strap. No, they gave right up. Oh, maybe this will work. No. Mm, no, get out of here, remove watermark. Damn. It's too big now. Alright, whatever. Hold on, maybe if I do it actually like this. No, his head's like good enough. Alright, wait. I got bugs in here. I'm gonna have to go close the door. Which is a shame because it's really nice out. Oh wait, I gotta flip it. I could be playing the book right now instead of sitting in silence.
He said. Everything's fine now. The heart was still beating rapidly. We feel it is important that the animals here be treated in the most humane manner, Regis said. I promise you that you will have every opportunity to examine them later. But Grant couldn't stay away. He again moved toward the animal in Tim's arms, peering at it. The little velociraptor opened her jaws and hissed at Grant, in a posture of sudden intense fury. Fascinating, Grant said. Can I stay and play with her? Tim said. Not right now, Ed Regis said, glancing at his watch. It's 3 o'clock, and it's a good time for a tour of the park itself, so you can see all the dinosaurs in the habitats we have designed for them. Tim released the velociraptor, which scampered across the room, grabbed a cloth rag, put it in her mouth, and tugged at the end with her tiny claws. Control. Walking back toward the control room, Malcolm said, I have one more question, Dr. Wu. How many different species have you made so far? I'm not exactly sure, Wu said. I believe the number at the moment is 15. 15 species. Do you know, Ed? Yes, it's 15, Ed Regis said, nodding. You don't know for sure? Malcolm said, affecting astonishment. Wu smiled. I stopped counting, he said, after the first dozen. And you have to realize that sometimes we think we have an animal correctly made from the standpoint of the DNA, which is our basic work, and the animal grows for 6 months and then something untoward happens, and we realize there is some error. A releaser gene isn't operating, a hormone not being released, or some other problem in the developmental sequence. So we have to go back to the drawing board with that animal, so to speak. He smiled. At one time I thought I had more than 20 species, but now only 15. And is one of the 15 species Malcolm turned to Grant. What was the name? Procompsognathus, Grant said. You have made some Procompsognathuses, or whatever they're called? Malcolm asked. Oh, yes, Wu said immediately. Compies are very distinctive animals, and we made an unusually large number of them. Why is that? Well, we want Jurassic Park to be as real an environment as possible, as authentic as possible. And the Procompsognathids are actual scavengers from the Jurassic period, rather like jackals. So we wanted to have the compies around to clean up. You mean to dispose of carcasses? Yes, if there were any. But with only 230-odd animals in our total population, we don't have many carcasses, Wu said. That wasn't the primary objective. Actually, we wanted the compies for another kind of waste management entirely. Which was? Well, Wu said, we have some very big herbivores on this island. We have specifically tried not to breed the biggest sauropods, but even so, we've got several animals in excess of 30 tons walking around out there, and many others in the 5 to 10 ton area. That gives us 2 problems. One is feeding them. And in fact, we must import food to the island every 2 weeks. There is no way an island this small can support these animals for any time. But the other problem is waste. I don't know if you've ever seen elephant droppings, Wu said, but they are substantial. Each spore is roughly the size of a soccer ball. Imagine the droppings of a brontosaur, 10 times as large. Now imagine the droppings of a herd of such animals as we keep here, and the largest animals do not digest their food terribly well, so that they excrete a great deal. And in the 60 million years since dinosaurs disappeared, apparently the bacteria that specialize in breaking down their feces disappeared too. At least, the sauropod feces don't decompose readily. That's a problem, Malcolm said. I assure you it is, Wu said, not smiling. We had a hell of a time trying to solve it. You probably know that in Africa there is a specific insect, the dung beetle, which eats elephant feces. Many other large species of associated creatures that have evolved to eat their excrement.
I love
Well,
him.
it turns out that compies will eat the feces of large herbivores and redigest it. And the droppings of compies are readily broken down by contemporary bacteria, so given enough compies, our problem was solved. How many compies did you make? I've forgotten exactly, but I think the target population was
Can we give him fake
50
lashes and
animals,
eyeliner? Say
and
less.
we attained that, or very nearly so, in 3 batches. We did a batch every 6 months until we had the number. 50 animals, Malcolm said, is a lot to keep track of. The control room is built to do exactly that. They'll show you how it's done. I'm sure, Malcolm said, but if one of these compies were to escape from the island to get away, they can't get away. I know that, but just supposing one did. You mean like the animal that was found on the beach? Wu said, raising his eyebrows. The one that bit the American girl? Yes, for example. I don't know what the explanation for that animal is, Wu said, but I know it can't possibly be one of ours for 2 reasons. First, the control procedures. Our animals are counted by computer every few minutes. If one were missing, we'd know at once. And the second reason? The mainland is more than 100 miles away. It takes almost a day to get there by boat. And in the outside world, our animals will die within 12 hours, Wu said. How do you know? Because I've made sure that's precisely what will occur, Wu said, finally showing a trace of irritation. Look, we're not fools. We understand these are prehistoric animals. They are part of a vanished ecology, a complex web of life that became extinct millions of years ago. They might have no predators in the contemporary world, no checks on their growth. We don't want them to survive in the wild. So I've made them lysine dependent. I inserted a gene that makes a single faulty enzyme in protein metabolism. As a result, the animals cannot manufacture the amino acid lysine. They must ingest it from the outside. Unless they get a rich dietary source of exogenous lysine supplied by us in tablet form, they'll go into a coma within 12 hours and expire. These animals are genetically engineered to be unable to survive in the real world. They can only live here, in Jurassic Park. They are not free at all. They are essentially our prisoners. Here's the control room, Ed Regis said. Now that you know how the animals are made, you'll want to see the control room for the park itself, before we go out on the... He stopped. Through the thick glass window, the room was dark. The monitors were off, except for 3 that displayed spinning numbers and the image of a large boat. What's going on? Ed Regis said. Oh, hell, they're docking. Docking? Every 2 weeks, the supply boat comes in from the mainland. One of the things this island doesn't have is a good harbor, or even a good dock. It's a little hairy to get the ship in when the seas are rough. Could be a few minutes. He rapped on the window, but the men inside paid no attention. I guess we have to wait, then. Ellie turned to Dr. Wu. You mentioned before that sometimes you make an animal and it seems to be fine, but as it grows, it shows itself to be flawed? Yes, Wu said. I don't think there's any way around that. We can duplicate the DNA, but there is a lot of timing in development, and we don't know if everything is working unless we actually see an animal develop correctly. Grant said, How do you know if it's developing correctly? No one has ever seen these animals before. Wu smiled. I've often thought about that. I suppose it is a bit of a paradox. Eventually, I hope paleontologists such as yourself will compare our animals with a fossil record to verify the developmental sequence. Ellie said, But the animal we just saw, the velociraptor, you said it was a Mongoliensis? From the location of the amber, Wu said. It is from China. Interesting, Grant said. I was just digging up an infant Anteropus. Are there any full-grown raptors here? Yes, Ed Regis said, without hesitation. 8 adult females. The females are the real hunters. They're pack hunters, you know. Will we see them on the tour? No, Wu said, looking suddenly uncomfortable, and there was an awkward pause. Wu looked at Regis. Not for a while, Regis said cheerfully. The velociraptors haven't been integrated into the park setting just yet. We keep them in a holding pen.
Blue, you're a genius. Oh my god, you're a genius, Blue. This looks so good.
Can I see them there? Grant said. Why, yes, of course. In fact, while we're waiting, he glanced at his watch, you might want to go around and have a look at them. I certainly would, Grant said. Absolutely, Ellie said. I want to go too, Tim said eagerly. Just go around the back of this building, past the support facility, and you'll see the pen. But don't get too close to the fence. Do you want to go too? He said to the girl. No, Lex said. She looked appraisingly at Regis. You want to play a little pickle? Throw a few? Well, sure, Ed Regis said. Why don't you and I go downstairs, and we'll do that while we wait for the control room to open up. Grant walked with Ellie and Malcolm around the back of the main building, with a kid tagging along. Grant liked kids. It was impossible not to like any group so openly enthusiastic about dinosaurs.
See, this is what bothers me. Purple lipstick? Maybe. We'll see if I can get there. He's starting to look like me for real, though. What bothers me is that in the movie, Grant is like, I hate kids, I hate kids, I hate kids. And then in the book, he's like, I love kids, they're the best. And here, okay. Like, he's like, I hate kids, but in the book, he's like, I love kids, and here's 800 reasons why kids are the best. This has to get locked. Okay, that lined up better than I thought it would. His nose got ripped, just yoinked right off.
Dinosaurs. Grant used to watch kids in museums as they stared open-mouthed at the big skeletons rising above them. He wondered what their fascination really represented. He finally decided that children liked dinosaurs because these giant creatures personified the uncontrollable force of looming authority. They were symbolic parents, fascinating and frightening like parents. And kids loved them, as they loved their parents. Grant also suspected that that was why even young children learned the names of dinosaurs. It never failed to amaze him when a 3-year-old shrieked, Stegosaurus! Saying these complicated names was a way of exerting power over the giants, a way of being in control. What do you know about Velociraptor? Grant asked Tim. He was just making conversation. It's a small carnivore that hunted in packs, like Deinonychus, Tim said. That's right, Grant said, although Deinonychus is now considered one of the velociraptors. And the evidence for pack hunting is all circumstantial. It derives in part from the appearance of the animals, which are quick and strong, but small for dinosaurs, just 150 to 300 pounds each. We assume they hunted in groups if they were to bring down larger prey. And there are some fossil finds in which a single large prey animal is associated with several raptor skeletons, suggesting they hunted in packs. And, of course, raptors were large-brained, more intelligent than most dinosaurs. How intelligent is that? Malcolm asked. Depends on who you talk to, Grant said. Just as paleontologists have come around to the idea that dinosaurs were probably warm-blooded, a lot of us are starting to think some of them might have been quite intelligent, too, but nobody knows for sure. They left the visitor area behind, and soon they heard the loud hum of generators, smelled the faint odor of gasoline. They passed a grove of palm trees and saw a large, low concrete shed with a steel roof. The noise seemed to come from there. They looked in the shed. "It must be a generator," Ellie said. "It's big," Grant said, peering inside. The power plant actually extended 2 stories below ground level, a vast complex of whining turbines and piping that ran down in the earth lit by harsh electric bulbs. "They can't need all this just for a resort," Malcolm said. "They're generating enough power here for a small city." "Maybe for the computers?" "Maybe." Grant heard bleating and walked north a few yards. He came to an animal enclosure with goats. By a quick count, he estimated there were 50 or 60 goats. "What's that for?" Ellie asked. "Beats me." "Probably they feed 'em to the dinosaurs," Malcolm said. The group walked on, following a dirt path through a dense bamboo grove. At the far side, they came to a double-layer chain-link fence 12 feet high, with spirals of barbed wire at the
I'm going to be working on concept art for enemies in the homebrew D&D thing making soon. I'm excited. I can't wait to see. How's he looking? Do you think the purple lipstick is too much? I don't think it looks the best. Am I gonna have to take every click off? I feel like it's good, but it could use line for split between the bottom lip. I'm not that good. Listen, if I had like a pen or something to draw this on with, maybe.
top. There was an electric hum along the outer fence. Beyond the fences, Grant saw dense clusters of large ferns, 5 feet high. He heard a snorting sound, a kind of snuffling. Then the sound of crunching footsteps coming closer. Then a long silence. "I don't see anything," Tim whispered finally. "Shh." Grant waited. Several seconds passed. Flies buzzed in the air. He still saw nothing. Ellie tapped him on the shoulder and pointed. Amid the ferns, Grant saw the head of an animal. It was motionless, partially hidden in the fronds, the 2 large, dark eyes watching them coldly. The head was 2 feet long. From a pointed snout, a long row of teeth ran back to the hole of the auditory meatus, which served as an ear. The head reminded him of a large lizard, or perhaps a crocodile.
Oh wait, the stream froze.
The eyes did not blink.
Refreshed. Looks wonderful.
And the animal
Thank
did not
you.
move. Its skin was leathery with a pebbled texture, and basically the same coloration as the infant's, yellow-brown, with darker reddish markings like the stripes of a tiger. As Grant watched, a single forelimb reached up very slowly to part the ferns beside the animal's face. The limb, Grant saw, was strongly muscled. The hand had 3 grasping fingers, each ending in curved claws. The hand gently, slowly, pushed aside the ferns. Grant felt a chill and thought, "He's hunting us." For a mammal like man, there was something indescribably...
Oh my god. It looks so good. I'm so glad I redid the lips. Oh my god, he looks like he belongs on SpongeBob. Oh my god, this is so good. Also, my nose ring is bothering me. This is like perfect.
alien about the way reptiles hunted their prey. No wonder men hated reptiles. The stillness, the coldness, the pace was all wrong. To be among alligators or other large reptiles was to be reminded of a different kind of life, a different kind of world, now vanished from the earth. Of course, this animal didn't realize that he had been spotted, that he... The attack came suddenly, from the left and right. Charging raptors covered the 10 yards to the fence with shocking speed. Grant had a blurred impression of powerful 6-foot-tall bodies, stiff balancing tails, limbs with curving claws, open jaws with rows of jagged teeth. The animals snarled as they came forward, and then leapt bodily into the air, raising their hind legs with their big dagger claws. Then they struck the fence in front of them, throwing off twin bursts of hot sparks. The velociraptors fell backward to the ground, hissing. The visitors all moved forward, fascinated. Only then did the third animal attack, leaping up to strike the fence at chest level. Tim screamed in fright as the sparks exploded all around him. The creature snarled, a low reptilian hissing sound, and leapt back among the ferns. Then they were gone, leaving behind a faint odor of decay and hanging, acrid smoke. "Holy shit," Tim said. "It was so fast," Ellie said. "Pack hunters," Grant said, shaking his head. "Pack hunters for whom ambush is an instinct." Fascinating. "I wouldn't call them tremendously intelligent," Malcolm said.
Tell me.
On the other side of the fence, they heard snorting in the palm trees. Several heads poked slowly out of the foliage. Grant counted 3, 4, 5. The animals watched them, staring coldly. A black man in coveralls came running up to them. "Are you all right?" "We're okay," Grant said. "The alarms were set off." The man looked at the fence, dented and charred. "They attacked you?" "3 of them did, yes." The black man nodded. "They do that all the time. Hit the fence, take a shock. They never seem to mind." "Not too smart, are they?" Malcolm said. The black man paused. He squinted at Malcolm in the afternoon light. "Be glad for that fence, senor," he said, and turned away.
Yeah, bro.
From beginning to end, the entire attack could not have taken more than 6 seconds. Grant was still trying to organize his impressions. The speed was astonishing. The animals were so fast he had hardly seen them move. Walking back, Malcolm said, "They are remarkably fast." "Yes," Grant said, "much faster than any living reptile. A bull alligator can move quickly, but only over a short distance, 5 or 6 feet. Big lizards like the 5-foot Komodo dragons of Indonesia have been clocked at 30 miles an hour, fast enough to run down a man, and they kill men all the time. But I'd guess the animal behind the fence was more than twice that fast." "Cheetah speed," Malcolm said, 60, 70 miles an hour. "Exactly." "But they seem to dart forward," Malcolm said, "rather like birds." "Yes. In the contemporary world, only very small mammals like the cobra-fighting mongoose had such quick responses. Small mammals, and, of course, birds. The snake-hunting secretary bird of Africa, or the cassowary. In fact, the velociraptor conveyed precisely the same impression of deadly, swift menace Grant had seen in the cassowary, the clawed, ostrich-like bird of New Guinea. So, these velociraptors look like reptiles with the skin and general appearance of reptiles, but they move like birds, with the speed and predatory intelligence of birds. "Is that about it?" Malcolm said. "Yes," Grant said. "I'd say they display a mixture of traits." "Does that surprise you?" "Not really," Grant said. "It's actually rather close to what paleontologists believed a long time ago." When the first giant bones were found in the 1820s and 1830s, scientists felt obliged to explain the bones as belonging to some oversized variant of a modern species. This was because it was believed that no species could ever become extinct, since God would not allow one of his creations to die.
I would never understand that. God outwardly kills like everybody and anyone in his vicinity. He killed his own son. He flooded the earth. Like what are we doing here?
Eventually, it became clear that this conception of God was mistaken, and the bones belonged to extinct animals. But what kind of animals? In 1842, Richard Owen, the leading British anatomist of the day, called them dinosauria, meaning terrible lizards. Owen recognized that dinosaurs seemed to combine traits of lizards, crocodiles, and birds. In particular, dinosaur hips were bird-like, not lizard-like. And unlike lizards, many dinosaurs seemed to stand upright. Owen imagined dinosaurs to be quick-moving, active creatures, and his view was accepted for the next 40 years. But when truly gigantic finds were unearthed, animals that had weighed 100 tons in life, Scientists began to envision the dinosaurs as stupid, slow-moving giants destined for extinction. The image of the sluggish reptile gradually predominated over the image of the quick-moving bird. In recent years, scientists like Grant had begun to swing back toward the idea of more active dinosaurs. Grant's colleagues saw him as radical in his conception of dinosaur behavior, but now he had to admit his own conception had fallen far short of the reality of these large, incredibly swift hunters. Actually, what I was driving at, Malcolm said, was this. Is it a persuasive animal to you? Is it, in fact, a dinosaur? I'd say so, yes. And the coordinated attack behavior to be expected, Grant said. According to the fossil record, packs of velociraptors were capable of bringing down animals that weighed 1,000 pounds, like Tenontosaurus, which could run as fast as a horse. Coordination would be required. How do they do that without language? Oh, language isn't necessary for coordinated hunting, Ali said. Chimpanzees do it all the time. A group of chimps will stalk a monkey and kill it. All communication is by eyes. And were the dinosaurs, in fact, attacking us? Yes. They would kill us and eat us if they could, Malcolm said. I think so. The reason I ask, Malcolm said, is that I'm told large predators such as lions and tigers are not born man-eaters. Isn't that true? These animals must learn somewhere along the way that human beings are easy to kill. Only afterward do they become man-killers. Yes, I believe that's true, Grant said. Well, these dinosaurs must be even more reluctant than lions and tigers. After all, they come from a time before human beings, or even large mammals, existed at all. God knows what they think when they see us. So I wonder, have they learned somewhere along the line that humans are easy to kill? The group fell silent as they walked. In any case, Malcolm said, I shall be extremely interested to see the control room now. Version 4.4.
Malcolm is calling it out.
Was there any problem with the group? Hammond asked. No, Henry Wu said. There was no problem at all.
Wait, did I say Howland or
They
Malcolm?
accepted your explanation. Well, why shouldn't they, Wu said. It's all quite straightforward, in the broad strokes. It's only the details that get sticky, and I wanted to talk about the details with you today. You can think of it as a matter of aesthetics. John Hammond wrinkled his nose as if he smelled something disagreeable. Aesthetics? He repeated. They were standing in the living room of Hammond's elegant bungalow, set back among palm trees in the northern sector of the park. The living room was airy and comfortable, fitted with a half-dozen video monitors showing the animals in the park. The file Wu had brought, stamped Animal Development: version 4.4, lay on the coffee table. Hammond was looking at him in that patient, paternal way. Wu, 33 years old, was acutely aware that he had worked for Hammond all his professional life. Hammond had hired him right out of graduate school. Of course, there are practical consequences as well, Wu said. I really think you should consider my recommendations for Phase 2. We should go to version 4.4. You want to replace all the current stock of animals? Hammond said. Yes, I do. Why? What's wrong with them? Nothing, Wu said, except that they're real dinosaurs. That's what I asked for, Henry, Hammond said, smiling. And that's what you gave me. I know, Wu said, but you see... He paused. How could he explain this to Hammond? Hammond hardly ever visited the island, and it was a peculiar situation that Wu was trying to convey. Right now, as we stand here, almost no one in the world has ever seen an actual dinosaur. Nobody knows what they're really like. Yes, the dinosaurs we have now are real, Wu said, pointing to the screens around the room. But in certain ways they are unsatisfactory, unconvincing. I could make them better. Better in what way? For one thing, they move too fast, Henry Wu said. People aren't accustomed to seeing large animals that are so quick. I'm afraid visitors will think the dinosaurs look speeded up, like film running too fast. But, Henry, these are real dinosaurs. You said so yourself. I know, Wu said. But we could easily breed slower, more domesticated dinosaurs. Domesticated dinosaurs, Hammond snorted. Nobody wants domesticated dinosaurs, Henry. They want the real thing. But that's my point, Wu said. I don't think they do. They want to see their expectation, which is quite different. Hammond was frowning. You said yourself, John, this park is entertainment, Wu said, and entertainment has nothing to do with reality. Entertainment is antithetical to reality. Hammond sighed. Now, Henry, are we going to have another one of those abstract discussions? You know I like to keep it simple. The dinosaurs we have now are real, and... Well, not exactly, Wu said. He paced the living room, pointed to the monitors. I don't think we should kid ourselves. We haven't recreated the past here. The past is gone. It can never be recreated. What we've done is reconstruct the past, or at least a version of the past, and I'm saying we can make a better version. Better than real? Why not, Wu said. After all, these animals are already modified. We've inserted genes to make them patentable and to make them lysine-dependent. And we've done everything we can to...
I forgot we've had a map update, a map date. All right, so Hammond and Henry Wu are now over here. Oh. Here-ish. Having that conversation. John Arnold and Dennis Nedry are in the visitor center, but they're in like the other part of it. We got the Raptor squad in the Raptor pits. Tim and Lex are in the visitor center, and all these guys are in the visitor center. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop all these guys together. Oh, I'm gonna make these two a little bit bigger. And then we're gonna group. Woo. They're all right here. Okay, car is not in yet, but it's also right here. All right. Oh.
To promote growth and accelerate development into adulthood. Hammond shrugged. That was inevitable. We didn't want to wait. We have investors to consider. Of course. But I'm just saying, why stop there? Why not push ahead to make exactly the kind of dinosaur that we'd like to see? One that is more acceptable to visitors and one that is easier for us to handle. A slower, more docile version for our park. Hammond frowned. But then the dinosaurs wouldn't be real. But they're not real now, Wu said. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There isn't any reality here. He shrugged helplessly. He could see he wasn't getting through. Hammond had
I can't wait till he finds out how exactly real it is.
never been interested in technical details, and the essence of the argument was technical. How could he explain to Hammond about the reality of DNA dropouts, the patches, the gaps in the sequence that Wu had been obliged to fill in, making the best guesses he could, but still making guesses? The DNA of the dinosaurs was like old photographs that had been retouched, basically the same as the original, but in some places repaired and clarified, and as a result... Now, Henry, Hammond said, putting his arm around Wu's shoulder, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you're getting cold feet. You've been working very hard for a long time, and you've done a hell of a job. A hell of a job. And it's finally time to reveal to some people what you've done. It's natural to be a little nervous, to have some doubts. But I am convinced, Henry, that the world will be entirely satisfied. Entirely satisfied. As he spoke, Hammond steered him toward the door. But John, Wu said, remember back in '87 when we started to build the containment devices? We didn't have any full-grown adults yet, so we had to predict what we'd need. We ordered big taser shockers, cars with cattle prods mounted on them, guns that blow out electric nets. all built specially to our specifications. We've got a whole array of devices now, and they're all too slow. We've got to make some adjustments. You know that Muldoon wants military equipment, law missiles, and laser-guided devices? Let's leave Muldoon out of this, Hammond said. I'm not worried. It's just a zoo, Henry.
It's not.
The phone rang and
Oh my
Hammond went to
God.
answer it. Wu tried to think of another way to press his case, but the fact was that after 5 long years, Jurassic Park was nearing completion, and John Hammond just wasn't listening to him anymore. There had been a time when Hammond listened to Wu very attentively, especially when he had first recruited him, back in the days when Henry Wu was a 28-year-old graduate student getting his doctorate at Stanford in Norman Atherton's lab. Atherton's death had thrown the lab into confusion as well as mourning. No one knew what would happen to the funding or the doctoral programs. There was a lot of uncertainty. People worried about their careers. 2 weeks after the funeral, John Hammond came to see Wu. Everyone in the lab knew that Atherton had had some association with Hammond, although the details were never clear, but Hammond had approached Wu with a directness Wu never forgot. Norman always said you're the best geneticist in his lab, he said. What are your plans now? I don't know. Research. You want a university appointment? Yes. That's a mistake, Hammond said briskly. At least if you respect your talent. Wu had blinked. Why? Because let's face facts, Hammond said. Universities are no longer the intellectual centers of the country. The very idea is preposterous. Universities are the backwater. Don't look so surprised. I'm not saying anything you don't know. Since World War II, all the really important discoveries have come out of private laboratories. The laser, the transistor, the polio vaccine, the microchip, the hologram, the personal computer, magnetic resonance imaging, CAT scans, the list goes on and on. Universities simply aren't where it's happening anymore. And they
Could it be because the universities aren't getting enough funding, or because college is too expensive?
haven't been for 40 years. If you want to do something important in computers or genetics, you don't go to a university, dear me, no. Wu found he was speechless. Good heavens, Hammond said. What must you go through to start a new project? How many grant applications? How many forms? How many approvals? The steering committee? The department chairman? The University Resources Committee? How do you get more workspace if you need it? More assistants if you need them? How long does all that take? A brilliant man can't squander precious time with forms and committees. Life is too short, and DNA too long. You want to make your mark. If you want to get something done, stay out of universities. In those days, Wu desperately wanted to make his mark. John Hammond had his full attention. I'm talking about work, Hammond continued. Real accomplishment. What does a scientist need to work? He needs time. And he needs money. I'm talking about giving you a 5-year commitment and $10 million a year in funding. $50 million. And no one tells you how to spend it. You decide. Everyone else just gets out of your way. It sounded too good to be true. Wu was silent for a long time. Finally he said, In return for what? For taking a crack at the impossible, Hammond said. For trying something that probably can't be done. What does it involve? I can't give you details, but the general area involves cloning reptiles. I don't think that's impossible, Wu said. Reptiles are easier than mammals. Cloning's probably only 10, 15 years off, assuming some fundamental advances. I've got 5 years, Hammond said, and a lot of money, for somebody who wants to take a crack at it now. Is my work publishable? Eventually. Not immediately, no. But eventually publishable? Wu asked, sticking on this point. Hammond had laughed. Don't worry. If you succeed, the whole world will know about what you've done, I promise you. And now it seemed the whole world would indeed know, Wu thought. After 5 years of extraordinary effort, they were just a year away from opening the park to the public. Of course, those years hadn't gone exactly as Hammond had promised, Wu had had some people telling him what to do, and many times fearsome pressures were placed on him, and the work itself had shifted. It wasn't even reptilian cloning. Once they began to understand that dinosaurs were so similar to birds, it was avian cloning, a very different proposition, much more difficult. And for the last 2 years, Wu had been primarily an administrator, supervising teams of researchers and banks of computer-operated gene sequencers. Administration wasn't the kind of work he relished. It wasn't what he had bargained for. Still, he had succeeded. He had done what nobody really believed could be done, at least in so short a time. And Henry Wu thought that he should have some rights, some say in what happened, by virtue of his expertise and his efforts. Instead, he found his influence waning with each passing day. The dinosaurs existed. The procedures for obtaining them were worked out to the point of being routine. The technologies were mature, and John Hammond didn't need Henry Wu anymore. "That should be fine," Hammond said, speaking into the phone. He listened for a while and smiled at Wu. "Fine. Yes, fine." He hung up. "Where were we, Henry?" "We were talking about Phase 2, Wu said. "Oh, yes. We've gone over some of this before, Henry." "I know, but you don't realize—" "Excuse me, Henry," Hammond said with an edge of impatience in his voice. "I do realize. And I must tell you frankly, Henry, I see no reason to improve upon reality. Every change we've made in the genome has been forced on us by law or necessity. We may make other changes in the future to resist disease or for other reasons, but I don't think we should improve upon reality just because we think it's better that way. We have real dinosaurs out there now. That's what people want to see, and that's what they should see. That's our obligation, Henry. That's honest, Henry." And smiling, Hammond opened the door for him to leave. Control. Grant looked at all the computer monitors in the darkened control room, feeling irritable. Grant didn't like computers. He knew that this made him old-fashioned, dated as a researcher, but he didn't care. Some of the kids who worked for him had a real feeling for computers, an intuition. Grant never felt that. He found computers to be alien, mystifying machines. Even the fundamental distinction between an operating system and an application left him confused and disheartened, literally lost in a foreign geography he didn't begin to comprehend. But he noticed that Gennaro was perfectly comfortable, and Malcolm seemed to be in his element, making little sniffing sounds like a bloodhound on a trail. "You want to know about control mechanisms?" John Arnold said, turning in his chair in the control room. The head engineer was a thin, tense, chain-smoking man of 45. He squinted at the others in the room. "We have unbelievable control mechanisms," Arnold said, and lit another cigarette. "For example," Gennaro said. "For example, animal tracking." Arnold pressed a button on his console, and the vertical glass map lit up with a pattern of jagged blue lines. "That's our juvenile T-Rex, the Little Rex. All his movements within the park over the last 24 hours. Arnold pressed the button again. "Previous 24. And again. "Previous 24. The lines on the map became densely overlaid, a child's scribble. But the scribble was localized.
Okay, I finished the tier list, guys. I don't think we just met Arnold, so I think we've officially met all of our characters, but I don't think we've seen too much of them. But by the time we finish book 1, I wanna, well, hold on. I need someone who put like all the timestamps. Ah! Tim, Rocket Launcher, ML Dune are my top. I forgot to put Rocket Launcher in. Okay, where are we time?
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Ah, yeah, I'm pretty old. Hi, Kayla. All right, so we're at 4 hours and 32 minutes. The tier list is done. 4 hours, 32 minutes. Okay, we're in control. Okay, so then the tour, and then control part 2, and then Big Rex. When does... Okay, so we'll probably stop it when we get to the T-Rex attack. Just because, I want to rate all the characters by then.
In a single area near the southeast side of the lagoon. You get a sense of his home range over time, Arnold said. He's young, so he stays close to the water, and he stays away from the big adult Rex. You put up the big Rex and the little Rex, and you'll see their paths never cross. Where is the big Rex right now? Gennaro asked. Arnold pushed another button. The map cleared, and a single glowing spot with a code number appeared in the fields northwest of the lagoon. He's right there.
Oh, no!
Big teeth, little horns on the tip of the nose, like rhino.
Okay, at least I know where we were.
Monitors in the darkened control room, feeling irritable. Grant didn't like computers. He knew that this made him old-fashioned, dated as a researcher, but he didn't care. Some of the kids who worked for him had a real feeling for computers, an intuition. Grant never felt that. He found computers to be alien, mystifying machines. Even the fundamental distinction between an operating system and an application left him confused and disheartened, literally lost in a foreign geography he didn't begin to comprehend. But he noticed that Gennaro was perfectly comfortable, and Malcolm seemed to be in...
All right. Link to the top of the chat is the tier list if you guys want to do your own and then download it and post it to the Discord. Because that would be funny. But I'm gonna let this finish. We're gonna get to part 5. I'm gonna pause, run in, use the restroom, get a snack, and we're gonna keep going.
in his element, making little sniffing sounds like a bloodhound on a trail. "You want to know about control mechanisms?" John Arnold said, turning in his chair in the control room. The head engineer was a thin, tense, chain-smoking man of 45. He squinted at the others in the room. "We have unbelievable control mechanisms," Arnold said, and lit another cigarette. "For example," Gennaro said. "For example, animal tracking." Arnold pressed a button on his console, and the vertical glass map lit up with a pattern of jagged blue lines. "That's our juvenile T-Rex, the Little Rex. All his movements within the park over the last 24 hours. Arnold.
Okay, the rocket launcher has been added. I think I have everyone now. On here, I have Ed Regis, Tim, Dennis Nedry, Henry Wu, Muldoon, John Arnold, Dr. Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, John Hammond, Donald Gennaro. Oh, we forgot Harding, the vet. Oh, shit. Damn, we're gonna meet him like in 30 seconds, I think.
Arnold pressed the button again.
Or maybe not.
Previous 24. And again. Previous 24. The lines on the map became densely overlaid, a child's scribble. But the scribble was localized in a single area, near the southeast side of the lagoon. "You get a sense of his home range over time," Arnold said. "He's young, so he stays close to the water, and he stays away from the big adult Rex. You put up the big Rex and the little Rex, and you'll see their paths never cross." "Where is the big Rex right now?" Gennaro asked. Arnold pushed another button. The map cleared, and a single glowing spot with a code number appeared in the fields northwest of the lagoon. "He's right there." "And the little Rex?" "Hell, I'll show you every animal in the park," Arnold said. The map began to light up like a Christmas tree, dozens of spots of light, each tagged with a code number. "That's 238 animals as of this minute." "How accurate?" "Within 5 feet." Arnold puffed on the cigarette. "Let's put it this way. You drive out in a vehicle, and you'll find the animals right there, exactly as they're shown on the map." "How often is this updated?" "Every 30 seconds. "Pretty impressive," Gennaro said. "How's it done?" We have motion sensors all around the park, Arnold said. Most of them hardwired, some radio telemetered. Of course, motion sensors won't usually tell you the species, but we get image recognition direct off the video. Even when we're not watching the video monitors, the computer is, and checking where everybody is. Does the computer ever make a mistake? Only with the babies. It mixes those up sometimes because they're such small images, but we don't sweat that. The babies almost always stay close to herds of adults. Also, you have the category tally. What's that? Once every 15 minutes, the computer tallies the animals in all categories, Arnold said. Like this. Total animals, 238. Tyrannosaurs expected, 2. Found, 2. Version 4.1. Myosaurs expected, 21. Found, 21. Version 3.3. Stegosaurs expected, 4. Found, 4.
What's
Version
his name?
3.9. Triceratops expected, 8. Found, 8. Version 3.1. Procompsognathids expected, 49. Found, 49. Version 3.9. Othnielia expected, 16. Found, 16. Version 3.1. Velociraptors expected, 8. Found, 8. Version 3.0. Apatosaurs expected, 17. Found, 17. Version 3.1. Hadrosaurs expected, 11. Found, 11. Version 3.1. Dilophosaurs expected, 7. Found, 7. Version 4.3. Pterosaurs expected, 6. Found, 6. Version 4.3. Hypsilophodontids expected, 33. Found, 33. Version 2.9. Euplocephalids expected, 16. Found, 16.
on a little mini break. I think I'm gonna put on some news because I do think it's important to keep up with it. Oh, my ankles. Okay.
As calls grow for more transparency from the White House, today the Justice Department requested to unseal grand jury materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Joining us now, MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin, senior reporter at The Bulwark Will Sommer, and former GOP communications director and co-founder and CEO of the Seneca Project, Tara Setmeyer. And Lisa, the DOJ is first trying to notify the individuals that may come up in these exhibits before they're unsealed. What does this filing now open up, and what does it mean for the timing we could see?
So let's take a step back. Today was the deadline for the Department of Justice to tell the two judges in the Epstein and Maxwell cases, respectively, whether or not they also want the exhibits that were shown to witnesses at the grand jury to be unsealed themselves. And today they've said, yes, they want them unsealed. However, with appropriate redactions, not only for the victims, but for other parties who are personally identified therein. And that's interesting because that means that they will need some additional time, they say in today's letter, to notify anybody who's mentioned in the exhibits.
I feel like they're delaying the, I feel like they're just doing everything they can because this is something Trump did during all of his court cases. He would wait until like the very day it was due, until like a few hours before it was due. Maybe even like at 5 o'clock, when it was due at 5 o'clock, he would turn it in. That way it would take longer for everybody else to respond and just drag it out and drag it out and drag it out.
But it's not otherwise mentioned in the transcript. They want until next week, and specifically August 14th, to do that. This whole thing, in terms of at least the briefing, was supposed to be wrapped up earlier this week. So with each new filing, the Department of Justice seemingly is kicking the can down the road, buying itself time, allegedly to notify people, but also, from a victim's perspective, turning this into a drip, drip, drip that is all the more excruciatingly painful from their perspective.
So speaking of that, I know you were just in our break getting more information from the lawyer from several of the victims. What are they saying?
So Jack Scarola, who represents several of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, got back in touch with me. I asked him for a comment on the letter, and he said the pursuit of grand jury materials and transcripts is a useless and intentional distraction. We will learn nothing by chasing that rabbit. What can and should be immediately disclosed are the 80-plus page prosecution memorandum and the 50-plus page federal indictment that got buried when Alex Acosta, and there he's talking about the former U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida when Jeffrey Epstein cut that infamous deal in 2007, cut that sweetheart deal with Epstein. The answers that need to be pursued are why the federal government would ever enter into an agreement granting blanket immunity to named and unnamed co-conspirators and then agree to actively conceal their sweetheart deal. Why isn't Acosta at the top of the list of witnesses subpoenaed to appear before Congress?
Good questions. So, Will, how is all of this drip, drip, drip of information playing out with the conspiracy theorists and the QAnoners?
What? Wow. I don't think we're conspiracy theorists. I think we're people who want to see a sex trafficking pedophilic ring shut down. That doesn't make us conspiracy theorists. This is just another way for the media to make people feel like stupid for the fact that they care about something.
I mean, look, I think a lot of Trump supporters in that sort of conspiracy theory world who were so focused on Epstein, they haven't been swayed. I mean, Epstein is a little out of the news. The administration has managed to throw up a lot of distractions to the base right now. But at the same time, when I look at internet comments, when I look at sort of grassroots online sentiment, there are a lot of people who are saying, why are we cutting a deal with Ghislaine Maxwell? Or why is she being transferred to this minimum security prison? I think they still have a lot of questions about her. And this idea the administration is putting so much effort into saying, well, we'll talk to Ghislaine Maxwell, we'll release these transcripts in a way that seems to be a very limited attempt to sort of just...
I appreciate that people like CoffeeZilla and Moist Critical keep covering the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, because in my opinion, Moist Critical and not Jeffrey Epstein, I'm sorry. Moist Critical and CoffeeZilla reach a much different type of audience than I do. And more of like a mainstream audience. Like, I feel like regular people who don't watch streaming but hang out on YouTube a lot watch one of the two of them. And so I'm glad they're still talking about it and informing their audiences about it.
Just put out a little information and hopefully buy off the base. I don't think it's working yet.
Will, I just have to ask you, there's some confusion, in my mind at least, about why Ghislaine Maxwell would be of benefit in this situation. You would think that those who are the deepest believers in this
I didn't even realize I wasn't on camera.
conspiracy theory would see any interaction with her as a bad thing.
And I think a lot of them do. I mean, I think even for people who are sort of off in this conspiracy theory land, and as well as Trump supporters who are more sort of reality based, and a lot of these independent voters who voted for Trump, I think they do say, I mean, look, they see Ghislaine Maxwell, I think not unreasonably, as a very sinister person, a person who's committed a lot of crimes and deserves to be serving a lengthy prison term. And now suddenly the Trump administration is pivoting and saying, well, maybe Ghislaine has the answers. We've seen some right wing media outlets like Newsmax saying maybe Ghislaine was a victim the whole time. That is a hard pill to swallow, and I don't think a lot of people are getting on board with it.
And Tara, good to see you again. We worked together at a previous network I won't mention. But you say that you have, frankly, no patience for MAGA's whining about how long this Epstein saga has dragged on. In your mind, how bad are the optics for the White House now?
Terrible.
Well, it's clearly terrible for them. It's dragged on virtually the entire summer. It's dominated the discussion, and mainly it's self-inflicted. And the idea that anyone inside MAGA world...
I feel like the Epstein stuff has really popped off since the 4th of July. Like, that's been kind of dominating the news circle since the 4th, which is great. It should be. You know, people who, you know, sex traffic little kids should be held accountable for their actions. You know, I don't think that's too much to ask. But yeah, it's been almost I think definitely like a month.
World would try to pivot away from Donald Trump basically protecting a predator by claiming that Ghislaine Maxwell is a victim in any way is just outrageous. She's no victim. She is a monster. She engaged in some of these horrific sexual acts against young women and children alongside Jeffrey Epstein. People forget this. And I think the longer that this discussion goes on and the longer this is in the news, the more that we have the opportunity to shine a light on how awful she is and how terrible the Epstein episode and saga was for hundreds, if not thousands, of women. So, you know, the idea that Donald Trump is somehow cooperating now and that they're going to do everything they can to release it is just nonsense. His own people who are unqualified for their
Oh my God, they're from Jersey. Relax and let a Jersey girl handle it.
jobs, frankly, were
The only thing we can't handle is pumping our own gas. Let's
installed
go.
in positions of power, unfortunately, so that they could do his bidding. And one of the things they promised to do was release the Epstein files. Pam Bondi said they were on the client list and the files were on her desk. That was February. It's August. They're still talking about this. What if you are innocent and there's nothing to hide and that you clearly want justice?
Some ex-FBI agents are warning Trump's retribution tour is escalating and damaging the agency. This week, at least 2 top FBI
Now you're warning?
officials have been ousted, including senior official Brian Driscoll, who previously served as acting FBI director. Earlier this year, he refused to turn over a list of agents who worked on January 6 cases. Driscoll says he received no explanation for his firing. It's an obvious pattern. Just days ago, a federal agency launching a probe into former special counsel Jack Smith after a hard-right GOP senator complained about
Could you
Smith.
imagine? Could you imagine if Biden did this shit? Like the exact same shit. People would be up in arms. Imagine if Biden went after Trump the way he is going after every single person everywhere. Except for the Clintons. Have you noticed that? Not going after the Clintons. Makes you wonder. Maybe Mr. Clinton and Mr. Trump hung out on some islands together.
Calling it, quote, a thinly veiled political stunt aimed at placating the president. Today, we learned the DOJ is opening a grand jury probe into New York Attorney General Tish James over whether she violated Trump's civil rights in her case against the Trump organization. Remember, Both Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel testified that there was no enemies list.
There will never be an enemies list within the Department of Justice.
It's been referred to as an enemies list. You've called them deep state.
It's not an enemies list. That is a total mischaracterization.
The FBI Agents Association condemning the recent firings, quote, agents are not given the option to pick and choose their cases. If these agents are fired without due process, it makes the American people less safe. Agents need to be focused on their work and not on potentially being illegally fired based on their assignments. Joining me now is Chris Maddie, former federal corruption prosecutor. He recently represented the FBI Agents Association in a suit against the DOJ over sharing names of agents involved in the January 6th probe. Thank you for joining us this evening. This hits me at a bunch of different levels. First off, let's just talk in the grand scheme of things. How dangerous is it for the functionality of the FBI to have agents worried that they could be prosecuted, fired, possibly jailed by the next administration for any case they work on if the new administration doesn't like it?
Well, the last thing you want is for FBI agents to be taking political considerations or concerns about how they may be treated in the future into account when they're conducting their investigations. But far more dangerous than that is the decades of experience that are being sent aside from the FBI today. And let me just give you one example. Brian Driscoll was walked out today to the applause of hundreds of his colleagues. This is a gentleman who has served for decades in the FBI. He coordinated critical response around the country. He led hostage recovery teams, including serving in a combat mission in Syria, where he was awarded the Medal of Valor.
Oh, so he's a vet too.
In another instance, he had the highest number of arrests.
That's so fucked up. This administration does not give a fuck about veterans. They do not give a fuck about regular people. They do not give a fuck about the working class. This is disgusting. All they care about is me, 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 me. This kind of reminds me of how, like, I remember when I was a kid, like, one of the big things was like, oh, participation trophy. Everybody wants a participation trophy. We have to give everybody a trophy. Girly pop. The only people that were asking for it were the parents, not us, the kids. Yeah, we got upset that we didn't win. So you know what the parents did? They went and complained that their kid didn't get anything. So how is that on us, the kids? And now we've got another generation, or we've got the same generation that forced us to get participation trophies, even though we didn't want them. We should have been treated equally, or like treated in a way that like if I place second in something, I shouldn't get a first place trophy. Okay. I don't even want a participation trophy. I should get the second place trophy and that's it. Like, I shouldn't get 2 trophies or even 1 trophy, especially if I didn't place. Forget that. But I just find it so frustrating because now that same office is in the that same mindset is in the White House, you know, mowing over rose gardens and putting down concrete slabs and then building ballrooms and spending our tax dollars when, you know, the United States taxpayer has given the American government billions of dollars in tariff revenue. Because the United States citizen is who pays for that. The person who imported the goods pays for it. The company that imported the goods is going to trickle it down to the customer. We are now all paying. We, on average, Americans are going to be paying over $2,000 a year more for groceries, which works out to be about, like, I think $250,000 a month. Or $250 a month just for groceries and basic essentials. That's the increased cost to your grocery bill already. So if you're going to the grocery store and you're spending $100, add $250 more a month to that. Or okay, so if you go let's say you go food shopping every week and there's 4 weeks in a month. $250 divided by 4 is a number I'm not gonna know. So let me punch it in the calculator. 25 divided by 4. 62, that's 60, we'll say $63 a grocery bill. once a week. So if you're paying $100 for groceries, you're now paying $163 for groceries every week for the rest of your life before it increases again. That is what corporations are doing. That is what Trump is doing to these corporations. The corporations are then passing it on to us because they're not going to eat it. Who in their right fucking mind? No, never mind. I don't want to say who in their right fucking mind. What I want to say is that Trump is lying to the American people and telling them that the companies are going to do what's best for the American people, when the American people should know that companies have never done anything for the interest of the American people, only for their profits. And it's frankly disgusting.
And convictions of child predators and human traffickers when he was a supervisory agent in Long Island. And this is the man that was fired today, along with others with similar records of exemplary service. When you remove people from the field like that, you make my family less safe, you make your family less safe, and all because the people in charge wanted to take out petty political revenge against innocent career servants who have done nothing but follow their oath, follow the law, and do their duty. It is disgusting, and it has made all of us less safe.
Chris, I want you to play some sound of someone who echoes your concerns. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, he has been complaining about this.
Ooh, I don't like Chris Christie. Guys, I'm gonna play a video game now. I need to do something else. I'm tired of watching people do stuff. Oh no. Last time I played this, my kids were watching and they were super excited, but then they got like too crazy. So hopefully they're not watching tonight. Yeah, this is the director's cut. Oh, come on. Oh, my ankle. I can't watch this again. I'm sorry. I do love it. Oh! Jesus
Select a file.
Christ.
Select your character.
Here I come, Sonic! Everything's working great! All systems go, full speed ahead! Uh-oh, what's this? No! Ah!
looking at me? If you're gonna rescue me, at least look me in the eyes.
Boy, you're lucky I...
Sorry, I gotta deal
So
with
what
this
went
shit.
wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
Yeah, it's just that I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic. But if I can make this work, it'll run circles around yours. Check out this power supply.
It's
Tails,
a
where did
Chaos
you get
Emerald.
that?
No way!
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic powers. Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane. Let's go
This
to
will
my
never
workshop
end
in the
well.
Mystic Ruins, and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop on a train, and get there in no time. Go to the Mystic Ruins. You might find something.
Here, what if I want to do this? Wow, the game is
The train
super
headed
loud.
for the Mystic Ruins will be departing.
Even for me, it's like loud. 69%. Let's go there. Oh.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
Yeah, right, Dr. Eggman.
Enough! I've been working on a master plan, but now it's time to put it...
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Don't even try to interfere this time. Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
I mean, you're already doing it the hard way now. Like, you didn't even give me a chance.
All systems, full power! Ah!
I get all the rings?
All systems, full power! Ah! He's not gonna get away with this! All systems, full power! Ah!
Yeah!
They shouldn't take away so much time for the, like, explosion animation. The sound effect.
That was just too easy.
Gotcha!
Hey, he
You
snagged
couldn't
it.
keep it. You couldn't keep it somewhere hidden? Tails.
Chaos could use a little snack.
Who's Chaos?
That's the monster I saw the other day.
Monster?
Yes, it's really happening. Just as the stone tablet said it would. Hear this, Sonic? Chaos's strength increases every time I give him a Chaos Emerald. All he needs is 7 emeralds to become invincible. Then he will turn Station Square into rubble, upon which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land. You ready, Chaos? Let's go find the next one. Come on.
Why is that water sound?
Thank goodness they're gone. Good riddance.
We can't let that monster get any bigger. It could get ugly.
You're
already is
right.
ugly.
Chaos must be stopped. And he can be if we keep him away from more emeralds, right? So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
Come on!
You should be able to find a shortcut if you fly.
You made it! All right, Tails! Hey, Tails!
Hey, shut up.
See you later, Tails!
Shut your poor
You
mouth,
made it.
Sonic.
Come on!
And you taking the rings?
Hey,
the
Tails.
fuck? No, go, go, go! What the? Tails, you suck! Ah! Ah! Oh no! Oh god, damn, that was lucky. Holy shit! Oh no!
See you later, Tails! Hooray! Come on, Tails! You
Girly
made it!
Pop, I am doing my best.
See you later, Tails!
Oh no! Up, up, up!
All right, Tails!
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh, I had to go up there? Ah!
Hey, Tails!
Come on! Okay, so I just gotta just gently careen. I won! Probably got a C.
That wasn't too bad.
Nice.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
I think I wanna switch characters.
Select your character.
Let's get him!
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Just when I Found another Chaos Emerald in Casinoopolis. Suddenly, Eggman showed up. He robbed me of the emerald and then disappeared. He has 2, but I have 1. And I have 1. He may have the advantage now, but I'll never give up. I'll return to the Mystic Ruins and search once again. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. No, no, I tapped it. I tapped it. I tapped it. That's what she said.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Let me just nonchalantly carry this cargo. Whee! The only thing I hate right now is that I can't do anything about the camera. Oh! It's the bumpers! Oh my goodness. Use the bumpers. Whee! 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 I should go check out my chows after this one. I'll probably have a decent amount of animals to drop off. Wait, what?
Even if you're frozen, jump a couple of times and you should be able to crack through. Hang on to the icicle and jump. You should be able to jump backwards, but don't hold on too long. You'll slip right off.
Give me that penguin. Oh, it's a gorilla! Oh! Man, Christian would be so proud of me. They saw how well I was doing at this game. Okay, wait, is there other things to look around in? Oh. Oh, hold on. I know. Oh. Okay, oh wait, okay, hold on. No, I missed. Okay, I see, alright. I gotta go this way, and then this way. This way. This way. This way. This way. Yeah! Oh! No! All that hard work. Oh yeah, we are definitely getting a C on this mission, guys. 100 P. Oh! No! God damn it! Sonic! No! No! Oh wait, hold on. If I do this. Ah! Okay, that was not what I wanted. Oh, fuck me. This gives me like Pokemon Haunted Ice vibes. Wait, what's down there? Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Tails, help me out! Oh my... Where's the other little thing? Must be up more. No! Whee! At least I didn't have to start that far back.
Be careful not to fall off.
I don't even care that Tails is here.
Use the
All he
panel
does
to
is
jump. It may even help guide your way.
No! No! Fuck! God, son of a gun! You know what the problem is? I'm playing with an Xbox controller, and I've been playing Animal Crossing off stream, so I'm hitting what I think is the A button, but it turns out it's either the B button or the X button. I know, excuses.
Use the panel to jump. It may even help guide your way.
That was awful. I mean, I was awful at that. Oh. How the fuck do I... Can I turn the camera? I have missed every single pack of rings. Right. Whoa! I went through the level.
Okay,
That's an SSX tricky move. That's sick.
Okay!
That was an awful noise for fighter jets.
Okay!
Whoa! Oh shit!
Okay!
I've never been able to do that before! Oh my god!
Yes!
Hell yeah! I've never been able to do that before, ever. Because you have to time your jump right before you hit the edge of the rail. Or the ramp. I want to go do the casino one again. So I can try to get everything. Oh, fuck. I want to get everything for the, Knights game, like all the little spheres.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Oh no! What's up, Knuckles? Something bugging you?
No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emeralds you have, right now!
What? Let's just see you take them. Huh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I beat him that fast? Oh my god!
Oh no! The Chaos Emeralds!
Oh no!
Ha 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 ha!
Ah, Eggman.
Oh!
Ha! Like taking candy from a baby.
That's a Chaos Emerald.
That's right, fool! You made it all too easy. You practically gave them to me.
Hold it right there, creep! You can't get away with this. Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again.
Me? What about you?
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds. Chaos! These are for you, my friend.
Oh, he transformed again.
Man, no one ever cuts us any slack.
Oh, it's cramping. Ah. Ah. Ah.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
Hey, we can't let him get away. Let's get to
Not
my
too bad.
workshop and we'll take the tornado.
Yeah.
You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Is Sonic the only one allowed to play
Come
the
on, let's get going.
pinball game? Alright, wait, I have to go check on my chow. Oh my god. Who is Penguin? She was Penguin. Tell me those eyebrows. I don't know if I want anybody to be the gorillas. I mean, I guess I could do it to the penguin. It decreased their fly, but... Oh, there was the koala one. Oh well. The run's really good on this one. cutie. My eye hurts. Oh, I just fed them, I think. Oh well. Alright. The lapping water noise is driving me nuts.
The train headed for Station Square will...
Select, let's get him! Select a stage.
Okay, I just want to see if I can, where is it? Alright, this game right here. Okay? There's a part where you can, like, you have to, like, get these orbs. And when you get like 5 orbs, I don't know what happens, but I want to get them and I want to see what happens because I've never been able to do it. And like you have to get like the green ones, and the green ones equal pairs, and if you get similar ones that are pairs, it's more points. Damn it, son of a bitch. That, the card, the Magic the Gathering card with the bubble. That's what I have to get. That was a lucky fucking shot, but I have to get 2 of those. Okay, I have to get both of those. Damn it. Come on. I gotta get like 1 more trading card. Damn it. Okay, I got something there. Yeah, I got that one. Is that a pair? Probably not. Okay, this is where I can get some decent gets. until that happens. All right, we did not get a ball. Nice. Damn, not gonna get that one. That thing just saved my life. Oh my goodness. Okay, if I get either the cherub or the jester, I think I'm good. Damn it. Come on, one more. Damn it. Sucks. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I got one. I bet if I get more than one pair around, I can get more than one in there. Damn. Oh, and if I get knocked out of this, like if I lose, I have to start all over. I'm about ready to give up. Jesus Christ. I have like 49 seconds to get over there. That countdown is making me so anxious. What is it for? I'm never gonna get over there in time. Oh, come on. Jesus Christmas! Oh, I guess there's nothing over there? It's just a countdown? Oh. All that anxiety and for what? I'm done. I was hoping it would send me in there. Video games are calm and relaxing. Oh. Where is it? Oh. No. Wait, it wants me to go there? Oh. Okay, I see. It's a stopper for like 40 seconds or whatever it said. I had all the help I could get and I still fucked it up. Ooh, 1,095. I'm going in for round 2. Thoughts and prayers. This is not gonna end well. Don't worry, guys. I do all my best work with one ball. Oh, it's so close. No. If I could just get that circle all the way over there, all of my problems would be solved. Fuck me. Damn it! I saw there was one more sphere over there. At least we got one. That might help. No, it didn't. The rubber band noise is quite satisfying. Oh, I got two of the spheres. Wow, I think I didn't get a single pair in that round. Okay. Why? I got a pair. Damn. Damn. They kind of look like Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, I'm not even gonna lie. Roblox? VR Roblox is funny. What happened now? I was literally just... Wait. I was literally just bullying people who don't have VR? That's so rude! Fuck? Ooh, I thought you were better than that. Come on, dude. You can't bully people for being poor. I need a match. Because, wait, I can't read that while I'm playing pinball. Hold on. This meant good fun? Okay. Because, like, people with VR are floating heads and hands, and the ones without VR are just their avatars but tiny. It was in good fun. Okay, good. If you're mocking the poor, I'm gonna take you out, Blue. Working class solidarity. God damn it. At least I can take a drink. I took some... Wait. I took some of them, I gave items. Nice. VR gets boring fast. Sometimes though, yeah. I know how you feel about that. I hate when like you're just playing something and you're like, wow, I'm tired of consuming. I'm tired of consuming, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Oh, nice. I got 3 of a kind. I could get that other one over there. Nope. I think I'm gonna play Zork 1. Cool. Well, at least I got a pair out of that. Oh! Yeah! We got one! Yeah, I really feel like they all kind of look like Yu-Gi-Oh characters. Or Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Pick your pick. I don't think I got one in that amount of time. Yeah, no. Oh, did it just open back up again? Oh, if I get the pink-haired chick and the guy, I get a suit again, I think. I feel like I need one other thing. I'm not gonna get it anyway. For an old game, Zork is pretty fun. That's great. Old games can be fun. Look at me. I'm having so much fun. I'm kidding. I do love this game. Nice! I don't know how I did that. I sent photos of the game. Nice. Can't wait to see. A little hard to look at them right now while I'm playing pinball. But I am excited to see them. Alright, if I get the guy in the middle, I can get two. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's no fair. I hit that. Alright. I'm gonna try one more time and then I'm not gonna do any more of this. I gotta know what happens. Does that mean I hit 200 or 100? Never mind. 1,100? Jeez, there's 3 of the same ones on the map right now. Man, I'm doing trash. Damn. There's got to be a Sonic fan somewhere that can tell me what happens when you get all 5 of those blue chips. And I have a feeling I'm not gonna like their answer. Her name is Claire Sinclair. At least I got one. Damn, that was close. The one that's on my screen now that isn't the cherub looking thing kind of looks like a axolotl that's supposed to be like horror themed. Damn. Damn it, we didn't get another one? Ugh, this is so hard. Wow. Damn. Alright, this is my last try for real. And then I'm gonna raid out. Hey, Abby! Damn it! I won't be much longer, so stick around for the raid, though. If you do exclamation point, stats at Dorothy, you should be able to see what his stats are. I'm playing Zork. Did you text me? My phone's at like 10%. Oh no, you have to type in like, it's Dorothy Doodle. What's Dorothy's full name? I think it's at Dorothy Doodle. There you go. Yeah, you're still kicking his butt. I'm surprised, Blue, you don't fish more because you're here the most, so I'm like, you're gonna get the most. You're only 100 shy of him? Me or Blue? Chuck? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I can't put my own name on the water bottle. That's silly. Oh my god, when it goes insane like that, I cannot keep up with it. At least there's like this moment so I can take a water break. Oh, nice catch, Blue. Hell yeah. Please let it fill in a crystal. Please let it fill in a crystal. Yes! Yes! Fuck! I don't think I'm ever gonna find out what happens when you get 5 of those things. Please let me get one of those 2 blue spheres and not the red thing. So close! Damn it! It was in its hitbox. It's not fair. I started this with 5 lives. I have 42. How many coins is that? We get 1 life for every 100 coins. That's 37. 37. So 3,700 maybe. Nice. 2 more. I'm surprised you're not playing Animal Crossing. The villager we got was Rex. He is a lazy lion. That is pretty chill looking. I had to check and hold onto my lead over Dorothy. I don't think we got it. Yeah, no, they would have thrown one down right there. Blue can beat my score, but no one else. The student eventually becomes the master. So yeah, not Dorothy. Blue's got to hold your mantle. Or I guess work towards your mantle. Immediately drops a fish. God damn it, I hate this fucking this cutscene is the worst. It's cool like the first and second time you see it. After that, it's the worst. Come on. Yes! One more go! My dad used to take me and my sister out fishing. I love fishing. I used to go all the time. Until like COVID. I'd be in the car playing Legos. Oh. I can't believe you're at 5,000 points and we're still in August. Like, we just started August. Yeah, but they're expensive these days. Legos or fishing? No!
Yes!
3,155 total rings on me currently. Plus another 1,095.
Yeah, not bad.
I got a B! Hell yeah!
Select your character.
Alright. We are gonna raid out of here. Let me get my phone so I can do this. Hold on. Please don't leave. I want to raid with as many people as I can. Get in your final fishes. Let's see. All right. Otto's opening magic cards. Mal just started Fortnite. Daisy's on right now. I think I'm gonna go with Mal's. All right, everybody, buckle up. We're going on over to Mal's. He's streaming Fortnite. Looks like he's just getting started. He went live not too long ago. Unless Blue wants to actually keep watching someone, I always say Otto. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe next time we'll do Otto because I did Otto yesterday. So anyway, I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye, everybody.